too loud, so let me know if I am. So I had to redo all the settings and everything. Yeah, this is Spyro the Dragon! It is actually the original Spyro, the very first game that started it all. I did not play this when I played Ripto's Rage and Year of the Dragon because I don't have the disc for this. It got lost in my house somewhere, so we're actually playing this through an emulator, so there might be some kind of issues here and there. But in honor of the Reignited Trilogy finally coming to PC, I wanted to go ahead and play this as well. I am nowhere near as good at this one because I have barely played it, but we'll figure it out as we go. Also, just as a warning, Spyro's voice is drastically different. His voice actor is Tom Kenny in the other two games.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it for a dragon's age? We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000? What about this Ganasty Ganon character? Now I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nord is a simple creature. Vampire. He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon King. No threat! Besides, he is ugly. That does it!
Is that better?
Looks like I've got some things to do.
You didn't really miss much of anything. The old dragon was just very confused on how many worlds and treasure we had, and then the other dragon just called Nasty Nork ugly. So let me know if I need to turn it back up again. But yeah, here is the original Spyro. Look over this nice, pretty area. The camera is worse than it is in the other games, just so you know. Also, apparently my joystick is improperly matched. So let's go ahead and hit this.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
So yeah, our collectible in this game is actually, our main collectible is actually releasing the dragons. Also, we have no hover. If we hit triangle, it just straight up dumps us onto the ground. Hovering was introduced in Ripto's Rage.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro! You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
That sounds a little creepy. So yeah, if you actually touch one of these, you can save the game. They act as checkpoints for you when you release them, and you can replay what the dragon said in case it needs something. Also, yeah, in this game, Spyro can't fly. Sorry, can't fly. Spyro can't swim. So touching any water at all will just damage him. Also, as they said in the opening, Nasty Nork has a spell that turns gems into warriors, so we're gonna have to kill them all. Also, just me or Sparks look oddly weird in this game. It might just be me. Yeah, sometimes the Norks run away from you. I don't know what they're actually called. There, I hit him. The camera is never my friend in any game, but it's not my friend in this game even less. Just because it tends to get stuck a lot on things. Also, if you stand near a dragon without touching it, it'll shudder and make a noise to let you know there's one nearby.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks, plummeting into prehistoric glaciers.
Oh, that.
That's very helpful, sir. So yeah, dragons. Dragons are our main collectible in this game, but we actually have a couple others. Yeah, see, since you can't hover, you can't actually get at that. We have, of course, gems. We also have dragon eggs. They originated here rather than in Year of the Dragon. And I believe that's all of them. Eggs, treasure, and dragons. I am going to be angling for 100% like I did in the other two games, but that might involve more screaming than the other two games did. Especially because you don't have the Sparks trick in this game to have him point to gems. You just gotta find them on your own. I don't even know if the level tells you that you found all of them. So here's the first level. This is Town Square. Yeah. I'm not done up there yet. I do like the chests in this game better than I like the chests in the other games. They're not as fancy in the other games. Spyro! Spyro is not working with me here. Yeah, like I said, don't expect me to be anywhere near as competent for this game as I was for the other two. I think I've played this game a total of 3 times, not counting right now. So I'm pretty sure that treasure chest just shook at me. And that unnerves me a little bit. This treasure isn't supposed to be sentient. Ow. One thing I do like about this game is it actually has more homeworlds than any of the other games did. There are, I believe, a total of 6. And each of them have different types of dragons. So here's Stone Hill. It's the next one. Also, I did in fact burn that grass. Oh, where'd he go? No escape! We need them gems. There are still things you can flame and things you can charge. Well, here's the balloonist the first dragon talked about, Marco. And like he also told us, we need 10 dragons to fly to the next homeworld. Interestingly, unlike the other two games, flying to another homeworld does not trigger a boss fight. Instead, one of the portals out here in the world is a boss fight. It's interesting. It does mean if you're not angling for 100%, you can skip the boss fight if you don't like it. Which is something. That's probably why they changed it to do with the other homeworlds, so you couldn't skip the boss fight. Here's Dark Hollow, another levels we'll be visiting. Also, here's a thing unique to this game. If the camera would work with me. Some kind of weird clam thing. It drops the Spyro life. They're good to hit when you can find them, but they're not like super important. Though they probably will be for me, considering I am still a newbie at this game. So right now I believe we are in the Artisans homeworld, which is the type of dragon that Spyro is. And we get all the treasure here. Argus!
Cool Flash, do that again.
Spyro.
The Artisan's boss is through a portal in the dragon mouth. But you are not yet ready, Spyro. First you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
Yeah, so this is the Artisan Homeworld. They tend to be dragons that just look like dragons. Single horns, pretty normal coloring, pretty normal scaling. Nothing really all that impressive. But they will change as we go. Well, they will change. So let's start with Dark Hollow. Like in the other games, any treasure you get is added to your total treasure. Whee! But you actually see yourself flying in on these. These guys... Spyro, please. These guys have a shield, and if you don't know what to do with the shield, then you haven't watched my other ones. I believe you can flame them when they move the shield aside to attack, but it's just so much easier just to straight charge them. Yeah, see? Thankfully, since you can't hover, a lot of the jumps revolve around Spyro's actual glide height. So you can see there's a chest here. We'll have to come back for that a little later. Same as always, big enemies get flamed. Also, the chest is the same as it worked in the other as well. Find the key. We rescued Alban?
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
I read that as Alabama for a second. I was like, why is there a dragon named Alabama? Yeah, I believe there's like 70 dragons in the game, maybe more, probably more, and they are all named. Some of the names are a little curiouser than others. Try remapping my controls before the next stream and see if that helps. You can light the fires! I don't know that that does anything, but you can do it. There's like a lot of little, like the other games again, there's a lot of little gems nestled into various little places that you can look around to find. One thing I don't like about this game that I recall is that there's a lot more blind glides than the other games have. I might be remembering incorrectly, but I remember that being a major issue that I had. So I don't know if this game saves lives when you quit it. It's so weird hitting the top button and having Spyro just plummet straight down like a rock. I'll see enemy bodies are still active until they fade away. Who are you?
Big enemies like this Gnorc with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Yeah, most of the dragons don't have a whole lot to say. Also, here's the exit portal. They're significantly less fancy in this game. Got about 60 gems. We found the way out, but we're missing some stuff. Also, you can check your inventory here to see exactly what it is you are missing, which is really nice. Yeah! Have fun, small child! I'm gonna go get drunk. It's not quite as fancy as the Atlas, but it's still nifty. So we're missing about 42 treasure and a dragon somewhere. And look at that! There was a spot over here we didn't take. Now these are complicated. These guys have metal armor, which means you can't flame them, and they're huge, which means you can't charge them. The trick is to wait and get them from behind. That was really complicated for me as a kid. Mostly because I don't know of many games that tried to be quite that creative with the ways you could fight things. And yes, they knowingly turn their unprotected back on Spyro when he walks by. I have no idea why. They just kind of do.
Psst, Spyro, want to know a secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
I don't think that's really a secret. So yeah, you have to like fully stop on these before the fairy will interact with you, which is kind of nice actually. It means that you can walk over them without any real fear. I cut that a little close. We have the key. Let's grab the gems that are down here. They like to do this a lot, hiding gems behind little platforms like that. Case in point. Oh, fell in the water. Yeah, like I said, Spyro... Let me tell you, going from Spyro 1 to Spyro 2, where he could swim from the start, he just couldn't dive, that was one heck of a mind blow for me as a kid. Because Spyro can't even graze the water or he takes damage here. You might also notice his charge jumps are actually a lot shorter. He can't jump as high while charging in this game as he could in the 2 sequels. They realized that the charge jump was too short, so they made it a little bit higher. Clearly it's just he can't swim. That's all it is. Spyro doesn't know how to swim. Don't judge him. He's a tiny baby. There's all 100 treasures. We have now finished the level. Yeah, the levels in this game are actually quite a bit shorter than in the other 2 games. At least it feels that way. But there's more of them. So we have now completed this level. So let us leave. So I still love Spyro's little jaunt. Yeah, it's... Okay, also if you kill an enemy that you've already got the gem for, they will drop these little balls. And you notice that they're going around Spyro's little portrait there? If you completely circle Spyro's portrait with those little silver balls, he'll gain an extra life. I like the little cutscenes from the other Spyro games, but I also miss just like zooming right in and seeing you land in the world. Also, these are goats. Goats lose in a headbutting match with the dragon. I'm sure you're very startled to learn this. This is also the level where we find the very first thief of the game. And even though I didn't play this game much, this is where I learned the ingrained hatred for them that I carry to this day. Also, see, Sparks is a little less locked on to the butterflies. You have to actually kind of stop nearby them to get him to eat one. Also, you see, these are special. These are metal chests. Try to flame them won't work, but you can charge through them to get the gems. Yeah, I hear ya. Lindar!
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Uh-huh. I don't believe that for a second with the things this kid gets up to. Also, fun fact, apparently the reason he didn't get turned to stone is he was actually too short for Nasty Nork's curse to hit him. Nessie Nork didn't really count on a tiny dragon. But it just gives like an interesting thing that Spyro seems to be the only child dragon existing at this time. Also, you can hear it. You can hear it! Also, some of the Norks for this level are shepherds. They make funny noises, at least to me. Yes, the dude did just go, "Come on!" at Spyro. Let's see if we can get him to do it. Whoa! Come on. Ironic. There he goes. And he bonks you with the staff. Luckily, there's a bunch of sheep around here. Also, like in the other games, if you charge into anything, whatever that thing had is automatically collected. You don't have to use sparks. Gildas.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the X button at the top of a jump, and try pressing the triangle button to drop down in mid-flight.
I find it kind of weird he said "my friend" instead of Spyro, kiddo. You're like ancient, dude. For all I know, Spyro's basically a newborn. We never actually get his age. So in this level, you can actually glide over here. And you need to, because there are shiny, shiny things over here. Lots of shiny things. And a thing I want to murder, who is somewhere around here. There he is. They won't be anywhere near as easy. There's a later game has a thief on a supercharged track above a bottomless pit. So they're gonna get a lot harder. That one was just kind of a freebie for you. I think I got all the gems up here. Like I said, because you can't use sparks to locate gems anymore, so you just gotta poke your nose everywhere and see if you can find it. These little stones are actually the level barrier. Boosh. And we can hop right up in here, I say. We wouldn't be able to get up here except from this part here. You can see there's the return home portal down there and another dragon down there. Yeah, I really did. This is a good game, but it's not as good as the others. The others have so many quality of life things that make it so much better. Before we start exploring over there, let's go over here because we can go down this well. And we need to, because down here is a dragon. And another lock chest from which we need the key. I think there's one in every world. Also, this is a very dry well.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong. Like me.
Sure.
Spyro's just like, okie dokie. Yeah, that's all that's in that well. So let's see if we can figure out where this key is. Let's see. We went that way. Let's go this way. I believe this will lead to the dragon, who is by the exit portal. Rams still lose in charging contests with dragons. Also, yeah, as you can see, you keep the little orbs between worlds. So you don't have to fill it all at once.
After you freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya.
Spyro don't want to hear a rambling old man story. So the hint where to go is that there's a whirlwind here, and if you look down, there's actually land down here Spyro can land on. Follow it all the way over here to a cave with the key and some hidden treasure boxes. Now that, I believe the last few gems we need are going to be in that treasure box down below. So let's go find out. I know the dragon from the intro is somewhere around here, but I don't know where they are. We might have already found the blue one. Survey says we are missing 4 gems somewhere. I said I can hold down all the shoulder buttons, but Spyro just rolls and the camera freaks out. Sparks tells us nothing. So we have to wander around and find these on our own. Thankfully there's nothing like hiding them on the ceiling or anything. It's just a matter of figuring out where you've missed them. My best guess is that they are up on the ridge, and I have not gotten those. Somewhere hidden. Yep, saw something sparkle over here. Thought I did. Guess I didn't. Got the thing that was here. Let's go up and look around. Here, Jimmy Jims, where are you? Ooh. Gotta be careful skirting that, especially with the hills. They're a little, wonky when Spyro interacts with them. There's the home portal. Let's see, did we miss any here in the castle? I don't think we did. And there's a thing we can get to. Oh, hold on. Aha! There's a sparkly over there. Let's see if that is our missing gems. That is one of our missing gems. So we're missing either 3 reds or a green and a red now. Aha! And there's all of our treasure, and we've also gotten the dragon egg and all the dragons. So we are now done with Stone Hill. Let's see. The next portal was over this way, I believe. Yeah, let's go to Town Square. This is an interesting level. If you can do a glitch right, you can break the entire level, but that's not exactly a new thing for Spyro. Oh, this is not what I thought it was. This is something different. I think the one I'm thinking of is in the next world. Like, no, really. You should see Spyro 2 broken sometime. Nearly every single level, you can get to the end of the level within seconds. Nils. I thought that was Niles for a second.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the L2 and R2 buttons to get a good look.
Thank you, Nils. Yeah, there are bulls around here, and they ain't nice. I believe they're still small enough that Spyro wins a headbutting competition, but we'll find out. Also, the fodder for this time is chickens. Yeah, unlike Spyro 2, you don't get a free 1-up if you kill 10 fodder, so it's a little bit harder to farm lives. They make weird noises like basically everything in this game. Apparently if you kill them by charging, they get stuck in the ground. I didn't know that. That's great. I love it. So we have another new type of treasure chest. If you charge or flame them, this part of the gem just sort of comes up. You knock it up, grab the gem, and there you go. I don't really know what they're called, but they're really neat. Unfortunately, if you come up too short for the flights, like I said before, there's not a hover in this game, so you can't save yourself. You have to hit the flight exactly. Well, not exactly. I don't think there's anything in this game that requires you to be 100% pixel perfect. That'd be kind of mean. Telvin? Really?
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Oh, did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing X at the very top of your jump?
Yeah, since you can do any of these stages in any order, a lot of the dragons early on are tutorially. Did I? Thief. I don't see a sparkle or anything. So we have to come back around anyway, because the levels like to wrap around themselves a lot, so we'll check when we come back. I'll keep it in mind. I'm coming for you, buddy! You'll be nanning forever. Also, yeah, since the bodies are still solid, they will actually protect other enemies with the dead bodies. I like the fact they interact with each other sometimes. Nasty Nork, why did you make an army of matadors with bulls that intentionally try to hurt them? Alvar.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run! Run! I'm getting a little winded.
Breathe, buddy. The thief isn't going anywhere, just kind of calm down and breathe. That'll be fair considering it's essentially a baby that got kidnapped. I don't blame him for being kind of frantic. Let's see, can I get up here? No, I'm not sure what this platform is for. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I kind of give him a pass because he sounds asthmatic. Oh, I wonder if this is one of the blind glides I gotta do. Hug the wall! Yep. Like I said, there's a lot more blind glides in this game, and I'm not really a fan. Don't you nan at me! Yeah, that's honestly one of the biggest mysteries people who like Spyro have, is why is Spyro the only child dragon? Like, Year of the Dragon makes it clear there's more eggs, and that they only breed at certain times, which makes sense, but Spyro shouldn't be the only child left. Unless there's some kind of horrible disease that wiped them all out or something. I'd be kind of scared to see what could eat a dragon. Here's yet another new treasure chest. If we charge it, nothing happens, but if we flame it, that fan goes a little higher. So if you keep flaming it, the fan goes so high it blows up the treasure chest and then falls away a few feet. I don't really get it either. Thor! We rescued Thor!
Thank you for releasing me.
He sounds dorky as all get out. Apparently I didn't actually miss a gem, because that is all 200 gems into the town square. It is actually really hard to see, I admit. I like the fact that they make it a little bit easier in the other games. $600! Woohoo! We're getting a good start. Let's see. Let's see if we can do the boss level now. Should be able to, because it said we only needed to do one of the worlds to unlock the boss level. Yep, there it is. Toasty. Poor Soyror. I know that was just a typo, but I find that a really hilarious name. Yeah, boss levels are still levels, so they still have gems and everything. And the shepherds have dogs this time. The dogs take 2 hits, as you could see. It took me a second to realize that. I thought I just missed. Now burn the dogs once they get aggressive, burn them again, they die. Luckily they don't have very good aim, they just aim for where Spyro was when he flamed them. And now that Sparks is gone, we got a problem. Yeah, the dogs stay charbroiled if they get back to their starting position. Dragon over there, but I'd like to get what I can from here first. And yeah, like the other games, because Sparks is gone, I have to manually touch the treasure to pick it up. Let's go touch that dragon before we start messing with stuff around here. There's gotta be sheep somewhere. I just gotta find where they are. Evan.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. This boss has many tricks up his sleeve.
I can't heal unless I find fodder, yes. So I need to find sheep some... Okay. Well, I found a sheep! Yeah, the sheep's, something else. Ooh, that was too close. Give me a butterfly, you! Treasure's not a butterfly. Here's how you can return home if you need to heal, though, I assume. But all these things will respawn, so if the death happens, I'm just gonna take the death. If I can actually get to the boss without dying, though, I might go back home real fast. Yes, it is! That's not a bad idea, especially working in such tight confines as this. I do think that much like the other games, it auto-saves constantly, so even if I died, I would still have all the treasure I picked up and everything. But I'm not 100% certain on that, so, Oh! Yeah, it didn't matter because I fell. Bye, Spyro. I probably should have just gone back considering things respawn anyway. Well, the sheep did, the other things didn't. Why did the sheep respawn? Well, whatever. I got Sparks back, and really that's all that matters. We've got all the treasure, so now it's just time to go kick the boss in the face, which... Was that? Oh, that was the boss! The sheep was Toasty. That's why he respawned. Okie dokie. You got no more dogs, buddy. What you gonna do? Off we go. So yeah, that's Toasty. I forgot that was that sheep was the boss. So let's see. I don't know if that's everything in the Artisan Homeworld. I think there's one more portal. Especially because there's a suspicious lack of something over here. Ahaha! If I remember correctly, yep, here is the introduction of our Speedways. There's one in every Homeworld, I believe. They work identical to the way the Speedways worked in the other games. So they're a bit harder because, you can only fly, you don't have supercharge anymore. Also, you might notice that, things are a bit more spread out. That's also a problem. So these might take me a couple tries. Same rule as if Spyro hits the water, he's dead, though. Yeah, unfortunately, as you can see, the lack of supercharge is kind of a big problem. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up. One sec. Oh, sorry about that. Let's try this again. Oops, I didn't mean to... let's retry here. I'm trying to figure out maybe the best way to try to deal with this. Thinking hitting that and then curving around and getting these chests here. You have to be careful because if Spyro hits the wall full on, he will fall. You do have a chance to save it if you want to, or if you need to, but it's a little bit of a risk. I didn't hear where the other... thought I heard the other train, but I could have been wrong. Alright, let's see if I can get these planes a bit faster. Luckily, Spyro doesn't have to stick on the same path. He can cut in. There we go. That's all the barrels. Oh, come on, Spyro. Dang it, Spyro! Like I said, this is gonna take a few tries. I honestly think the Speedways are the most unique thing about the Spyro games that I can recall. I mean, there's not- oh, dang it. There's not many games that let you play a dragon, but the Speedways really just have a Spyro feel to them. Curve tightly, and then there we go. And I suspect there's actually another barrel train coming up now. I can hit this. And this. And now it's time to try to get the planes. And hit the water. I'm so bad at speedways when I haven't practiced them implicitly. Alright, you know what? Let's try getting the planes first. Since these are the ones I'm clearly having the most trouble with. Here we go. And the last one is right here. That's not really what I meant to do, but okay. I'll try to make this work. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Sharp turn. Luckily the arches don't seem to have collision, so you can just hit those straight on. Oh, I got two that time. Got you. Get you. Missed that one. I can curve sharply around and grab him. Now, let's hit up all the arches. Carefully, carefully. Now we just follow this track the opposite way to get all the barrels. Got him! Woohoo! Look at that! Spyro flies off into the stratosphere. And we got all of the gems in there. There's no dragons or anything else in there. That's just a play to get a whole boatload of gems. I believe that is the entirety of the... yeah. The Artisans world is now utterly complete. Oh, didn't mean to drop there. Sheep! Where are the sheep? Alright, so since we now have enough to move on, and we have completely finished this off, moving on we shall. Rude. So next time we will head off to the Peacekeepers world.